Good evening everyone and welcome back to my Dark Souls 2 playthrough. So we are going to head to Drangleic Castle today, and to get there you have to start off in the Shaded Woods. Now, as usual, I hope everyone's still enjoying this series. I still am. If you are enjoying it, please do leave a like, and if you are really enjoying it, please do leave a subscribe. Leave a subscribe, hit the subscribe button, that's what I meant. Right, so obviously we've been down the Shaded Woods before, and you've seen this on video. We're heading down to the path to the left, which is from the Road Crossroads, I think it's called. So this is down where we face the second Flexile Sentry enemy. Now, when you come down here, if you haven't already been down here before, you're actually going to meet a few enemies you've already seen before. They're big enemies. I'll not spoil it for you, but trust me, it's not pleasant when you actually do get to it. So it's worthwhile taking out this guy. One, because he'll probably sneak up on you. But two, if you come around here, if you didn't get it in No Man's World, well, this guy too, you can get the Ring of Life protection from that corpse there. And obviously, I've already been down here. The reason I'm doing this with post commentary is because when I did it with live commentary, I was trying to use my Bluetooth headset to record it. Because if you don't know already, I do all my commentary on my phone using the wired headset, but I was trying to do it with the Bluetooth headset, and it turns out my voice recording app will not record from the Bluetooth headset. So you actually get it on speakerphone, which means you get all the echoes, you get all the sounds of my cat running around, of my wife shifting around on her sofa, and yeah, it sounded shit. So I'm doing it post commentary. So this is Shrine of Winter. Nothing really happens here. At least I don't think, anyway. I'm pretty sure that has some significance later on, but right now it doesn't. I mean, this area is so small it doesn't even have its own bonfire. So you work your way down the winding path, and this will take you on the path to Drangleic Castle. Now, I don't know if any other users have noticed this, and I'm going to post this around a few places to find out, but this really, like in a major way, glitches when I get to Drangleic Castle. And I don't know if it's the PS3 version or the latest patch, or I haven't heard of anybody else having this issue, but it just seems weird to me. So you'll see it in a second when I work my way closer to the castle. Taking a life gem there because there are some royal swordsmen up ahead which need to be dealt with. First time you come through here as well, and as I've already done it, there is a Haid Knight. The third one you meet, this one has a lance. By all accounts pretty good, but I don't have the dex. Well, no, I probably do have the dex requirement by now for it, but I'm not a dex build, I'm a kind of a strength build. So yes, you progress through this train looking tunnel. Expect a light to appear at the other side of it. Actually, in fact, it just gets darker. It's already a fairly dark game by anyone's standards. Right, now look, there's no sky. The skybox hasn't loaded, and this is kind of really annoying because there are light sources. There should be like I think there should be like a full moon and clouds up there, but it just doesn't seem to load. It's really, really fucking weird. I don't know why that is. So like I say, if anyone else has had that kind of issue with, I'm on the latest patch, so what's that? Version 1.6 calibration? No, version 1.7 calibration 1.5. If anyone else has seen that, please do let me know in the comments or on Twitter or Facebook or whatever, because to me it's just weird. Incidentally, if you haven't been on my Facebook or Twitter, got an arrow in my arm there. If you haven't been on Facebook or Twitter, just search on Facebook for The Gadget Addicts. And Twitter, well, I had to choose a different name because The Gadget Addicts was already taken. Damn it. It's Gadget Addicts UK. So, if you're on either of those, which I expect you're a young, healthy, actually not going to my demographics, it's the middle-aged people that seem to like my channel, but you know, you should be internet savvy, get on. Yeah, you see, this looks really, really weird without the skybox. It's like the background's all washed out, the castle itself doesn't look right. I might email some screenshots as to FromSoft, and I tried to get the Crystal Lizard, only realised he was there at the last second, but nah, gone. No idea what that drops. He probably drops Strength and Titanite, which is exactly what I need. First time you come up here as well, the Emerald Herald will be up here and give you a bit of dialogue. Now, as we progress up here, you remember when we first came to the Doors of Pharos and had that little sped up section with no commentary on, and there was that giant elephant type thing? Yep, there's two of them there. I don't know what they're called. You face them a few times in Drangleic Castle, actually. So God knows what that one was doing in the Doors of Pharos. Basically, to fight these, you would treat them the same way you would treat the Royal Sentinels in the first Dark Souls game. Just kind of bait out their attacks and try and get behind them. Fighting two at once is tricky, so what I decided to do was just pull back a bit and separate them. Eventually, one of them de-aggros and wanders off, so you can deal with whichever one's left quite happily. I wasn't prepared to fight both of them. I don't know why the bottom of my screen. Oh, it's shadow of the stairs. Yeah, I mean, you can fight them. I'm sure it's probably, if you're skilled enough, it'd be quite easy. As you've probably seen through my playthrough, yeah, I am shite. So I really was playing like shit. You'll probably notice that. Probably in the next video, actually. Because obviously I cut this video before the first boss fight in the area, which is the twin dragon riders. It's actually a lot easier than I expected it to be. I did take a shit. Yeah, sure. Yeah, so the second half of it, where you're dealing with kind of these things, Alon Knights, Great Swordsmen, all that kind of shit, I really do struggle a bit. If actually knowing this part, there is one section I do struggle on. So now we have to get this one. Watching out for the Royal Archers ahead. I'll give you a heads up as well, because I've done this bit. So to get the doors open, the doors are initially sealed when you get here, and there are two giant golem things. And what happens is they are powered by souls, and it's something that you learn from Wellager's. The reason for that you learn from Wellager's dialogue, which again I've already exhausted, so you won't hear that in this episode. But when you get here, just talk to me and tell me. King Vendor created the golems, whatever you want to call them, and they are powered. They can harness the power souls to do someone else's bidding. Basically, give them a soul and they'll do something. So what happens is you get these kind of infinite, like wave after wave of Royal Swordsmen will come at you, and what you need to do is kill them next to the golems. And when you kill one, the soul will be absorbed by the golem and he'll lift up. And you see there's two of them, there's one on either side of the door. So the lift up and the lift up the switch. So once you've got both of them, once you've put enough souls into both of them, then the door will open and the waves of enemies will stop. Simples. So yeah, that's one of the golems. And there's the other. See, like I say, I've already done this bit, so it's not going to happen again. There is a chest around here with a fire seed in as well, I think. Now, when I was doing my commentary, I think I was going into great detail about the golems, but I've just basically told you everything there. I'm going to call them golems, it sounds cooler. Screw you if you think I should say golem. Because then I just think, my precious. God, that's a really fucking camp version of golem, isn't it? Oh, God, I'm tired. Right, okay, so yeah, so you get a fire seed from here, I think, and great combustion. Not neither thing I will ever actually use, because this is not a pyromancer build. Right, okay, so I think I'm going to go up and talk to Wellager here. You see the ghostly looking thing at the top of the stairs there?
Welcome, visitor. Our guests are treated with honor. This is the way of our castle. Tell me if you should require anything.
Yeah, you can see him better there. Depending on the camera angle, you can't actually see him a lot. So this guy sells the flamberge, the lucerne, bracing knuckle ring, which is handy if you go. Well, it's very handy for Shrine of the Mana. Now I buy a load of magic arrows from him, I believe, because magic arrows just really cane things. Radiant Life Gems, Dusk Herb, Divine Blessings, and Repair Powders. And he also sells Great Magic Barrier. Again, not much I'll use here, but I do buy a lot of magic arrows. And lightning arrows for that matter, because I'm using a +10 lightning short bow at the minute. So I think I'm pretty sure the damage actually stacks as well, so if you're using lightning arrows with a lightning bow, you get like double the lightning damage. And likewise, obviously, if you use magic, you get lightning and magic damage.
My lord made magnificent findings on souls. An accomplishment for the ages. He vanquished 4 great ones and built this kingdom upon their souls. Our king has watched over this land, since ages long, long ago. King Vendrick, we must fight back, or the giants will take Drangleic. Gone so soon?
Yeah, Vendrick's in no position to fight. So this is a throne room. Nothing up here other than 2 thrones. I believe the left being the queens, the right being the kings. Could be wrong. Still fucking background outside. Makes it just look flat and grey. You know what? I really do hope that they release a PS4 version of this. Well, next gen version. You know, in the same way that with the first Dark Souls they released the PC version. I know it was a pretty bad port, but at the end of the day, you know, it came out. I don't see why they couldn't do it, because, I mean, this game, it has its moments where it looks really, really good. And then it has its moments where it looks absolutely awful. And it does weird shit like that Skybox. So, you know, I'd just quite like to be able to play this on the next gen. And FromSoft were talking in all the kind of the press, the bump and the pre-interviews around this game coming out, saying that the engine was built with the next gen in mind. So what I'm hoping is that they decided to release this on the next gen as well, because there's a great many people who sold their Xbox 360s and sold their PlayStations for the next gen consoles coming out. I know a few people that did that myself, and so they haven't been able to play this game. But the big Dark Souls fans, and they don't have a PC, so they can't play it on that. So it would make sense for them to release like a complete edition, like once all 3 parts of the DLC have come out. And to be honest, I've just bought a PS4 and it's awesome. And if that happens, I'll buy this again. Probably won't buy a collector's edition, because I've got the collector's edition of this version, unless there is some really, really fucking good reason to do it. But I would just love to play this in 60 frames a second, 1080p. I mean, at the minute it comes in 60 frames a second. Excuse me, 60 frames a second, 720p. Or at least that's what the video comes in as when I import it onto my Mac. But you know, just imagine that extra resolution and that extra detail. You know, I was watching a comparison video today showing Wolfenstein: The New Order on the Xbox 360 and on the Xbox One. And the level of detail was immense. It was just such a massive change. Like, textures were better, lighting was better, and I just think this game would benefit so much more from that extra grunt. I mean, the first Dark Souls looked awesome for what it was, and it'll always look awesome for what it was. This game did promise a lot. I'm not 100% sure it delivered. There are some areas where it looks spectacular, and it looks amazing. There's some areas where it just looks a bit plain. Like Iron Keep, there were plenty of places in Iron Keep where it just didn't look that good. But then you got to like the old Iron King boss fight, and the whole area was just like amazing. So I think they were kind of really limited by the technology available. I mean, they've done a good job in the respect that, you know, they've pared down on stuff like textures and all that, you know, in areas where it generally wouldn't matter that much, in an attempt to keep the frame rate going. But kill these Royal Swordsmen here, and then we go down to an area where there is a bonfire, and if you're willing to do it, an area that is a complete and utter pain in the arse. I mean, a spectacular chuntering pain in the arse. It's ridiculous. So there's the bonfire. It's through a closed door. I've already opened it. I've already been here, but I had to show you guys. I was just going to turn up halfway into Drangleic Castle. Right, so this area has got some golems and some soul doors. Now what happens is, when you walk in, at a time, 2 stone knights at a time will get up. Now there are 6 doors here. The first one is how you progress to the level. The remaining 5 each have a rune sentinel behind them. Yes, a rune sentinel. But they have some pretty cool loot in it, and these guys are nails. If you've got pyromancy, they're weak to pyromancy. My god, for me they're a nightmare. But yeah, so you have to be careful. You have to try and keep the soldiers close to the door to kill them. And obviously when you've got as little health as I do right here, don't let them get behind you. A very good way to die. You see, I wasn't close enough to the door there, so this time I kind of force him back a bit and then go in for a kill. Now I want to trigger this door. Now obviously dealing with the Rune Sentinels is entirely optional. Watch this. The soul goes up, powers up the door, and the door opens. Now you don't have to do all the other ones if you don't want to, but there is some pretty cool loot. But it involves dealing with the Rune Sentinel every time. Oh, and once you've been through here and you've opened all the doors remain open and the Rune Sentinels respawn. So, yeah. Take them on at your peril. I decided not to take them on. I'll leave it to you to decide whether or not you want to. I personally had that much trouble with the Rune Sentinels coming through Lost Bastille. I decided I didn't want to push my luck. Walk into that, it's not poison, but it'll destroy your gear, so if you want to go in naked. I didn't bother, because I didn't know what the item was, so I didn't know whether it was worthwhile doing. Right, coming out of here is... I think I actually die here. I don't remember. There's Alon Knights sniping at you. You also have... no, not that way, that'll fall off that way. Who designs these castles, all these outdoor spaces, really? I would think they do corridors indoors. Very creepy room. And, oh yeah, poison arrows. So I kind of sat down here and waited for them. I don't know what I was sparkling with here. I don't know what status effect I've got on me. I can't really see on my screen. I don't know. Either way, it's the first time I noticed myself sparkling, so... It was a graphical... oh, maybe it was the rain. The rain. This game's attempted doing rain. I don't know if that item is worth it. I think I just sprinted past. This next area is a bitch. I mean a bitch with a capital B. Because again you have... okay, so there you've got Royal Swords. And then you got 3 of these fuckers. And these guys hit hard when they're in groups. Unfortunately, you only ever have to kind of deal with 2 at a time. The third one generally won't bug you. And it didn't help that I had the wrong weapon on. I got tanked and I died. Yeah. And because I died, this is why this episode is near a half an hour long then, compared to other ones. But it happens. I try not to show you guys too many deaths because I kind of think you get bored of me going over the same ground again and again. I had considered cutting this death out and just like coming from this bonfire, but then I realised I was changing a bit of gear, so it was kind of more helpful. Basically all I did was put on a second life protection ring of life protection. I didn't want to lose my souls, basically. It's the only reason I use it. Now, you see I sprinted past that stone knight there. Wasn't going to deal with him. You'll notice as well only 1 respawns, which is helpful. Because of course, you know, having 5 Rune Sentinels be able to converge on your position all at once, that would be unfair. So again, we work our way up. Now I take my time this time, and I'm not really sure how well it works. So you got to open this door again. You've got to deal with the creepy masks. I tried. Rather unfair. Yes, that's rain hitting me there. And poisoned. I think I actually had a poison moss here. I quite like the effect of using a poison and a life gem. The two of them just kind of fight against themselves. Oh yeah, more snipers. Basically, this is one of the few areas where you just kind of benefit from waiting. Try and deal with one of these as quickly as possible. Fight. The second one will kind of, the third one rather, will just kind of hold the door. So if you can keep these 2 over here, or you can get them out, the third one shouldn't bother you. The problem is, when they're taking turns like this, getting the timing down is ridiculously hard. I did manage to get a tooth of that. Oh yeah, that lightning sword is lethal. this is one of those times where splitting the enemies up is probably the best option. I think actually I ran here. I ran in the hope that if I went through here they would get poisoned. Didn't happen. But it did mean I could split them up. Because at one point here, one of them will just decide to walk back. Wherever he may be. It just looks weird without the skybox. So I've managed to basically just pull this one. Whack, whack, whack. And he's gone. See, on the road they're not that hard to deal with. 3 R2 hits and he's gone. So now the issue is getting the other one's attention. And then we can deal with it. Haha. Come on, Chuckles. Yeah, boy. Here we go, boy. We're gonna kill him. Gonna kill you. Like that. One more and he's gone. See, when they're on their own, they're dead simple. It's just getting them on their own, that's the problem. And once again, poisoned. That's divine blessing did. I was sick by this point. I just wanted to get. I knew where the next bonfire was, and I just wanted to get there. I'll demonstrate that painting to you in a minute. I was a bit confused at this point where the third guy had gone. I know he was there. Try to get the critical hit in there. Failed miserably. Oh, no, hit the shield. And hit him in the face. Great. So that painting, don't go too near that. It's a painting of Nashahandra, the Queen. It'll curse you. A lot like the curse pots in Shaded Woods. Right, okay, so as soon as you come out here, you'll get invaded by an NPC. Nameless Usurper, which is actually, I believe, Lycia. She's a dick to fight because she's got that fucking dagger. So bloody fast with it. Taking ramps off your stamina. And also getting hits when you're going in for a big attack there. I don't know why I did a jump and attack, but that made sense at the time, probably. See, look at the rapid attacks it's just getting in there. Oh, it's just an absolute nightmare dealing with her. She invades elsewhere as well. I can't remember where else she invades. I think she invades in Aldia's Keep. But it's just, oh, she's just such a pain in the arse with that bloody knife. One more hit, I just need to get her and she's gone. She keeps rolling. She's a proper dex build. Look how much damage she's taken off there. But she's gone. I don't think I got any items either. Nope, no items. Tight. Tight bitch. Right, so this is the guy that was sniping you before, so you deal with him with absolute prejudice. Prejudicially just dealt with. Right, now the bonfire, you need to find a little ladder, and I actually kind of lost track of where I was dealing with this guy. I can't believe I got staggered with a bloody bolt. Crossbow guys, you need to get down there basically. And I walked past the ladder twice. If you pay attention, you'll see where it is. Come on. Around the corner you go. So you need to get down there. Thought it was there. Not on that one, not on that one. There it is. I'm an idiot. There's a hidden wall down here, which is where the bonfire is. Which is handy because you've got a boss fight coming up, so it makes sense to have a bonfire here. And then at least you don't have to go trudge through all of that should you die at the boss fight. And there's another one of the fucking royal sniper things. But he is guarding a chest, which I suppose is something. Hunter's black bow. Oh, I do have that. Fuck. Wish I didn't want to use that. It's a great bow. Get that up to +10. Item across here. I don't think it's actually worth it. Soul of a Brave Warrior, not really worth it. And you do get kind of exposed there to be hit. But either way. So you come up here, and then this will bring us to Nashahandra, the bad guy of this piece. And you'll get the gist from our conversation why. Sorry, excuse me. Very tired. Quite late at night. But getting some last minute editing. So yes, this is Nashahandra.
You have fought admirably on your journey, cursed undead. I am Nashandra, Queen of Drangleic.
Nashandra, rather, not Nashahandra.
A true monarch carries the weight of their souls. The last king of this land, King Vendrick, as he was called. He found the strength to rule his people, and when the undead were born, cursed, he found more strength to face them. But in the end, he never took the true throne. Visit Vendrick. We have no need for 2 rulers.
There you go, we have no need for 2 rulers. And then she shuts up on you. So I'm going to call it a day here because we've got the boss fight coming next. So thank you for watching. Please do leave a like and subscribe if you're enjoying what I'm doing. And stay tuned for the next episode where we take on the dual Dragon Riders. Twin Dragon Riders rather. But for now, good night.